Hello everybody, welcome. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna talk about Excel because I've seen a lot of people asking me for this, and I want to continue the macros course as soon as possible and start working with the complex examples. But people are still asking me a few stuff about Excel, so I'm going to do a little example to explain everything about what if analysis. Okay, so I have three sheets here, and on the first one I have price, which is 2, I have quantity, which is 10,000, and I have the total, which is 2 times 10,000, and I have 20,000 for total. Okay, now what if you have a big spreadsheet and you want to seek a goal? You want to reach $50,000, for example, changing the price or the quantity or changing a variable in a very big spreadsheet, and you want to achieve a goal. Okay, so under your data tab here, you got what if analysis. My Excel in Portuguese is a little bit different. Okay, you have what if analysis, and here we have 3 options. We have scenarios, we have seek goal, and we have data table, I think. So we're going to talk about the 3 of them. We're going to start with the seek goal, the second one, because it's the most simple and it's supposed to alternate for only one variable. Okay, so let me just go back over here, and from here I'm going to click on what if analysis and then seek goal, and it's gonna ask me which cell do you want to achieve. It's C2 to what value. I'm gonna say 50,000, and changing what cell, I'm gonna say change the price, okay, which is here. Now I'm gonna press OK. He's gonna run the numbers, and he said, okay, for you to make $50,000 you need to sell this product for $5. You see, another thing that I can do is the following. I can what if seek goal again, and I say change 62 to let's say $70,000, but alternating the quantity. So now he's making me sell 14,000 quantities for $5 to reach $70,000. So although it looks simple on this example, when you have a big spreadsheet, this is huge. This is a very good feature you can use, because alternating one cell that is linked to a bunch of other cells, you can find a final result that you want. So keep that in mind. When you want to find the results, you can use data, what if analysis, seek goal. Okay, so this is the first one. Now let me go to the second one. On the second one, imagine that I have the same thing. I'm talking about scenarios here, and I have a price, a quantity, and a total. Okay, and then let's say we are in a meeting and we're talking about scenarios. We're talking about how much you're gonna sell these products, for how much and what quantity, and we want to do a little bit of an analysis here. Let's say I'm trying to sell my product for $2, and I'm thinking about selling $10,000, and that's gonna make me $20,000. Okay, so let me run this. I can click on data tab, what if analysis, and then scenarios, and I can add a scenario, and I'm gonna say name of the scenario. I'm gonna say probable, the most probable. Am I saying this right? Okay. Alternating cells. The cells that I'm going to alternate is price and quantity. So you see, now I can change 2 variables. On the first example, I could only change 1. Now I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to say for 2 what values? 2 and 10,000. Okay, leave it this way. Now I got the most probable scenario, and I can show, but it's already on the screen. Let's build another scenario now. Let's say that it's the worst scenario. What can happen in the worst scenario? So I'm gonna say I'm gonna sell this for $1, and maybe I can sell 3,000 units. So this is going to be my worst scenario. I only would make $3,000. Now let's make happy scenario. Add in happy scenario. On this happy scenario, I'm gonna sell my products for $5 and I can reach $15,000, $15,000. Okay, let me show this. I will make $75,000. Okay, now let me add another one and let me call this Lux. So it's a luxurious product. And on this one, I'm gonna sell it for $8, but I'm only gonna sell 1,000 units. So I would make show $8,000 only. And let's build another scenario. Scale. On this scenario, I can sell for 75 cents, and I would sell 20,000 units quantity. Then I press OK, show, and there you go. We'll make $15,000. Okay, so I got the scenarios here, and now when I'm done with my meeting, I can say, okay, let's compare the scenarios. So I would click here, resume, and he's gonna make another spreadsheet here, and take a look at that. He's gonna say, okay, so you got the actual values. Most probable one, you're making 20,000. The worst would make 3,000. The happy, you would make $75,000. On luxury, you would make 8, and on scale, you would make 15. So, what do you think? What's the best scenario here? The most probable is already looking fine because I'm making $20,000. On scale, I wasn't making much. On Lux, not much. On happy, I would go crazy here, making $75 comparing to the first one that was 20. And the worst is 3,000. So I can calculate some risks based on that. You see? So that's what's that for. So let me go back over here just to show you this. We're talking about what if and scenarios, and from here I build these scenarios and I can show this around and I can change them. Let me show the happy again. Let me adjust the happy. I wouldn't make 15, I would make something else. I could click here, scenarios, happy, edit, and make this a little bit different. I could make like $5, maybe 10,000 units, and then resume it again to compare something. You see? Okay, so this is the second example, that scenario. Now let me show you something called database, data table. On data table, I want you to focus on this first cells over here. Let me just go back over here. Okay, take a look at this. I have a price of 2, a quantity of 2,000, and the total, which is 2 times 2,000, 4,000. Okay. Now I want to make a table that alternates price and quantity to show me some results when I change two variables, price and quantity. Okay, so what I did is I made a table that on the rows here, on the rows I was varying the quantity, and on the columns I was alternating the price. So the price was 2, and I made a table from 75 cents all the way to 4. And the quantity was 2,000, so I made a table from 500 units all the way to 6,000 units, okay? So let me select this table, and now I can go to data, what if analysis, and then data table. And from here, he's gonna ask me what's the inputs for the row. Okay, the rows are the quantity, and on my equation here that states 4,000, the quantity was B2, so I'm gonna set this for B2. Now I got the price. The columns here are the prices, and the prices on my equation was B1, so I'm gonna set this for B1. Cool. Okay, now I'm gonna run this and take a look. I got a table already. What I did here, let me just erase this first. I was in initial phase, conditional, clean everything. Okay, I got this table over here, and what I did here was the following. Imagine that I want to make a profit of at least 8,000. So I would select this table, and I can go to my initial page, conditional formatting, paint sales that are bigger than 8,000. Let me write 8,000 here, and let me change this for yellow. Okay, now I got this table here that is highlighting all the values that are above 8,000. So if the price of the market is saying that my product is around $3 and I want to make at least $8,000, I have to sell 3,000 units to get at least $8,000. Now, if the price is a little bit lower, it's like 150, and I want to make at least $8,000, so I need to sell 5,500 units to reach this, okay? Now let's say that I can set a very big price, so I can sell for $4, then I only need to sell a bigger than 8, so 8 is not included. I should sell 2,500 to reach this goal. So you can take a look at the variations between the two variables to see which one you like. This is why they call this menu the what if menu, because you can, with these 3 examples that I show you, you can take a look of how things are going to change based on something else. Be sure to subscribe my channel on YouTube and my site, learnmacrosnow.com. I'm making examples every day, so if you have any questions, just go to my sites and ask me something, and I'll be very happy to make a video for you. Thank you. See you in the next video.